guys, this is part 5 of my Blu-ray and DVD collection. So this will be a shorter one. I'm only doing this column and this column, and then the final episode will be these last 3 columns. Right, to start with, we've got the Harry Potter collection, 8 films. I'm not really that big fan of the Harry Potter films, but seeing that I've only seen the first 3, so maybe the later ones are even better. So I might rewatch them again sometime. Then of course we've got this brilliant set, the Norman J. Warren collection. I've reviewed all the films on the channel, and I'll be doing a video shortly ranking them from worst to best. So that'll be a cool one to look out for. So this is an unusual one, a Jess Franco film featuring Christopher Lee as Count Dracula. I haven't seen it yet. Jess Franco's a terrible director. He's obsessed with zooming in and out. But this probably is his most interesting film. I've got the Nightmare on Elm Street collection on Blu-ray. I've got them on DVD, but I upgraded them. So I really like the Nightmare on Elm Street films. This is a David Cronenberg film starring Ralph Fiennes, Spider. I can't remember much of it. I've seen it. I've got the Indiana Jones collection on Blu-ray. Next, The Illustrated Man. Brilliant film. Rod Steiger and Claire Bloom. What I like, oddly enough, about this one, it's all different stories, but the music score's excellent. Really well done. Very eerie film. Definitely have to review it. I say that about all of the films. Next, Hammer film, The Man Who Could Cheat Death. One of the early ones. Actually, Christopher Lee's in it. So that should be a fun one. Crescendo, Stephanie Powers. Interesting film this. The Hostel films, the first 2. I think there's another one. Yeah, there will be. These are really hard-hitting films about people paying lots of money so they can kill people for fun. All these films are out of order. There's another Hellraiser sequel, Hellraiser Dead. I've never seen it. Freddy vs. Jason. Almost said Jason vs. Freddy. I watched this years ago. I thought it was a good laugh. Next. This is an interesting team up. George Romero and Dario Argento, Two Evil Eyes. So they both do a story each. So the film has 2 different stories. I thought it was quite good. This is a Hammer film, one of the newer ones, Wakewood. I remember it being quite good. So some of these newer Hammer films are quite good. They get a lot of sticks in where they're nothing like Hammer films, but they do a reasonable good job on them, I think. Guess what? Another Hellraiser sequel, Hellraiser Hellseeker. Probably rubbish. Another Dario Argento film, Trauma. I actually liked this one. Lots of beheadings. It's a good giallo. So that's one of his better modern films. So next we've got Return of the Living Dead, another sequel. I've never seen this one. Necropolis. Never heard of it. Now a giallo film, A Blade in the Dark. I remember seeing this with one of my friends and thinking it was quite good. Zombie Holocaust. This is a really gory film. An Italian film. It'll be nice, good family entertainment. So next we've got Creed. It's a good film, but I prefer like the proper Rocky films. This is more of like a spin-off from the Rocky films. Even though Sylvester Stallone's in, I still prefer the older Rocky films. But it's still pretty good. Next we've got Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror. I've already reviewed Vault of Horror, Amicus film, but Tales from the Crypt, that's actually my favourite of the Amicus films, that and From Beyond the Grave. Great films, but especially this one. And we've got David Cronenberg, The Fly. That's one of his better films. Some really gory effects. Great film. Next we're doing TV shows. And this is The Walking Dead, the complete seasons 1 to 7. Brilliant film about zombies. Also got the complete 8th season. So how many have they done? I think they've done more than 8. And there's also a spin-off show, Fear of the Walking Dead. That's 1 and 2. That's season 3. And that's season 4. So how many have they done? Fear of the Walking Dead. I think they might have done more than 4. So I definitely think they've done more than 8. So I'll have to check it out and get the newer ones. But like I say, great if you like zombie films or zombie TV shows, but they're hard hitting. They're as gory as as a movie, so I really enjoy them. They're good fun. Next, Hereditary. This is a modern film and it's really good as well. There's a great shocking scene that surprised us when I was watching it. You probably know what I'm on about if you've seen it. But I was like, wow, didn't expect that to happen. Great performance, by the way, by her. So it's one of them modern horror films that actually works. Next, we've got Dario Argento's Dracula. It says it's in 3D. I remember watching it and thinking it's okay. I wasn't really expecting much from it. Here's your Argento's in that. Yeah, she is. So it's not bad. These are all out of order. Here's a Bond film, Spectre, Daniel Craig. His 4th of 5 films he did. And to be honest, I think this is his weakest. I was so looking forward to the return of Spectre. When I watched it, I was disappointed, to be honest. Here we've got a Western collection. So let's have a look and see what they are. Clint Eastwood film, Pale Rider. We've got The Wild Bunch, Sam Peckinpah. Rio Bravo, John Wayne film. How the West Was Won, John Ford film, I think. And of course The Searchers, John Wayne classic. Really good, that one, The Searchers. So if you like westerns, it's a pretty good one to get. Next, The Conjuring Universe, 7 films on Blu-ray. So these are the films: The Conjuring 2, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, Annabelle 2, Annabelle 3, The Nun. So I quite like the Conjuring universe. It tries to be subtle at times, then not so subtle. Here's The Nun 2. Not sure if it's any good. Here's another one from the Conjuring universe. The Curse of La Llorona. I think that's how you pronounce it, La Llorona. About a ghost, I believe, that drowns people, I think. Here's a TV show, The Haunting of Bly Manor. And it's a follow on from The Haunting of Hill House. I think it's the same director. Yeah, the creator of the Hill House TV show. And I've heard it's pretty good as well. So I've got both of them. So, more to review. I've just watched this, the young ones, on Blu-ray. Bloody brilliant. Real piss laugh. I watched it years ago in the 80s when I was like a kid. So if you like that sort of slapstick humour, you'll love this. The Saw film, Saw 4. Here's some more Red Dwarf. It's out of order. Red Dwarf, what's that? 12? Red Dwarf, The Promised Land. If you've seen any of these, let us know what you think. Here's a thriller starring Emily Blunt, The Girl on the Train. Quite like that one. Here's an interesting one, the Nigel Nails Quatermass TV show starring John Mills. I've done the three Hammer ones, so this is like kind of like the fourth film. Well, it's a TV show, but it should be fun actually. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Sure, when I saw it years ago, the Scream 6 movie collection. I actually like the Scream films. I like how they use like in-jokes of the horror genre and the rules. So sometimes they can be quite clever. But the films vary, of course. Well, especially like the very first film. Really good. Next. Wow. Blake 7 on Blu-ray. I've got all the DVDs, box sets, and I'm upgrading. So I'm so glad this is out on Blu-ray. It's one of my favourite TV shows. This is season 1. Season 2's coming out later in the year. Great cover, by the way. The last of these columns, The Bionic Woman. TV show complete. She's really bonny, Lindsay Wagner. Right, I'll try and speed through these. I think they're mostly films. This is Sleepless by Dario Argento. And this is one of his better modern films, Giallo. And it's at times there's gory scenes in. So even though he gets a lot of stick about his later films not being very good, sometimes he does do pretty good ones, and that's one of the better ones. Jim Carrey, the number 23. I've never seen it, uncut. So I haven't a clue what it's about. Bruce Willis, Unbreakable. Brilliant film actually. About Bruce Willis being a superhero, but it's done in a serious way. So it's a really good film. He's a David Cronenberg, Eastern Promises. So it's not bad. Pretty violent. He's a good one, Shaun of the Dead. Good comedy horror with zombies. So a really fun film that. Yeah, he goes to the pub. He's a pretty good one as well, The Time Machine. Brilliant effects for the time. I like that one. Vincent Price, The House on the Haunted Hill. I've reviewed that on the channel. Here's an interesting one, a Hammer box set. Let's say what's in it. Quatermass 2, Quatermass Experiment, Frankenstein Created Woman, Dracula Prince of Darkness, Captain Kronos Vampire Hunter. I've already got them. Here's a remake of Get Carter starring Sylvester Stallone. disappointing. Not a patch off the Michael Caine Get Carter. Here's a TV show, Urban Gothic. I really enjoyed this. It's an anthology, different episodes. I thought it was pretty good. Here's a Clint Eastwood film, Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. It's actually a good one, that. He made great films, Eastwood. Phantasm 2. I like the Phantasm films. Here's 28 Days Later. Brilliant horror film, zombies. Here's a couple of Hannibal films, Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal. I like both of them. Hannibal's pretty gory. Two great films. What's this? Return of the Living Dead. Rave to the Grave. Never heard of it. Have to watch it. Here's some Bond films. Daniel Craig. Casino Royale. Brilliant. Quantum of Solace. That's underrated. Skyfall. Classic. So I actually like all three of these. He was a good Bond, Daniel Craig. I've got the Sean Connery Never Say Never Again. Blu-ray. Robert De Niro film, Once Upon a Time in America. It's actually a good film, that. A bit long though. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. They're quite good, these modern Planet of the Apes films, but they're not a patch on the older ones. What's this? Embodiment of Evil. Oh, this is the Coffin Joe films. This is the new one they did. It's supposed to be pretty gory, I think. This is a good film, Clint Eastwood. Gran Torino. What's this? Night at the Museum 2. George A. Romero, Survival of the Dead. Can't remember much of this one. I think they're on an island. I'll have to watch that. Ooh, Threads. About nuclear war. The bomb falls in Sheffield. I class this as the scariest production I've ever seen. All about the after effects of a nuclear war. So it's very relevant. Could happen any time, that. Very hard-hitting production, that. Clint Eastwood film, $1 Million Baby. Excellent film. Female boxer. The Hunger Games. That's good. Didn't know I had that one. Hey, I was talking about new Hammer films, and this is a good example. The Woman in Black. Really good modern horror film. So Hammer do still make good films. Hitman, Extreme Edition. Never seen it. Journey to the Centre of the Earth. Never seen it. Oh, I have actually. I've seen it at the cinema. Got a documentary about planet Earth. This is Sliam's Lot, but that's like a foreign cover. I've reviewed this on the channel. It's still brilliant. One of my favourite Stephen King stories. This is The House of Long Shadows, but it's got a foreign title. Christopher Lee, Vincent Price, Peter Cushing and John Carradine. All in the same film. Pete Walker film. The Uninvited. This is from the 1940s. Ghost Story. Great film. Quite scary at times, actually. I've reviewed that on the channel. A lot of these films I've reviewed on the channel. I've got The Brides of Dracula. Classic Hammer film. This is a good one. With John Travolta and Nancy Allen. Blowout. Brilliant film. Really downbeat ending. Excellent film, that. I've reviewed that one. Got Dario Argento's Four Flies on Grey Velvet. Great giallo film. This is underrated. Wonder Woman 1984. I actually found it quite fun. I enjoyed it. Gets a lot of stick, but I liked it. Right, these last few. I think I've reviewed all of these lot on the channel. Here's the Sweeney films, Sweeney 1 and Sweeney 2. Great movies. The Strangers, it's just like average. Taste the Blood of Dracula. Brilliant. Christopher Lee, Hammer. This is what people vote as one of the best films of all time. Dracula. Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. Every time I watch it, it gets better. It is a good film. Although it's not my favourite Dracula film. It's still... I still appreciate how good it is. Joker. I thought this was excellent. One of the best films of the year. Dario Argento's Dark Glasses. That's another example how sometimes he does make good films. That's his most recent so far. So I enjoyed that one. The Satanic Rites of Dracula. Bloody brilliant film. I love the Hammer Dracula series. Another Hammer film, The Curse of Frankenstein. It started off the Hammer horror craze. Christopher Lee looks great as the monster. He's a good horror film, The Fury. Brian De Palma, where the cast, they've got special powers. They can move things. Has a shock ending. Great film, I've reviewed it. Dracula Day 1972. Brilliant. Actually, both of these, they make a two-parter. So when I watch them, I kind of treat it as the final of the Dracula series, but it's in two parts. This one and this one. I don't count The Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires, because Christopher Lee is not in it. Here's a great box set, the Dirty Harry films, all 5. I like all of them, especially the first film. The first and the second. And I also think Sunday Impact's underrated. The Enforcer was a bit disappointing, and the Deadpool, but these 3 are excellent. But all 5 are fun to watch. The Rocky films, all 6. They're all pretty good. I think my favourite's the first one, and oddly enough the third one. But I like them all. No Time to Die. The last Bond film so far. Daniel Craig. Pretty good. Even though the ending bothers a lot of people. Here's the second Joker film. I reviewed it. I thought it was underrated. I really liked it. Good film. Late Night with the Devil. That's a new film. It's a good one. I've reviewed on the channel. Ben-Hur, excellent. Another one I've done. Love the chariot race. He's an unusual one. They call me Mr. Tibbs in the organisation. So These are two sequels to In the Heat of the Night. I've reviewed all three films. These two aren't as good as In the Heat of the Night, but they're still reasonable to watch. Roger Moore, The Man Who Haunted Himself. I think that's probably his best film. I think I even like it more than The Spy Who Loved Me. About him having a double. Great acting. The Wicker Man, one of Christopher Lee's best films. Britt Eklund's here, who I've met. Great film. The music's funny. The Landlord's Daughter. Shocking ending. Here's Vincent Price's best film, Theatre of Blood. Brilliant cast. And really gruesome deaths. It's one of my favourite horror films. The Sound of Music I reviewed. Pretty good film. The Cat o' Nine Tails, Giallo by Dario Argento. Excellent film. I love his early stuff. Finally, Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde. Ralph Bates and Martine Beswick. Brilliant film. Good example of 70s Hammer. They did well. They're very underrated films. And that's one of the better ones. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that section of me collection. And finally, next time I do it, I'll do the final 3 columns in one video, and then that's it. And then I'll leave it up to you guys if there's any particular film that you'd like to see done on the channel. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Bye everyone. Bye. Bye.